Hey Kirby, how's it going? Bye. Oh, you having a good day? Bye bye. Oh, that's too bad. Bye 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 bye. But that's a bit of an extreme opinion. I don't really. Bye bye bye. Well, no, I think they're okay. Bye bye. Well, I think we're just gonna have to agree to disappoint. Welcome, friends. Lost Scarf here, and it's time for the vlog. Okay, so things about the channel. So, Nier's still going. I think we're about to reach the ending, or we just reached the first ending, and so we're gonna work on ending B. I think I said that last week. Don't remember. Night in the Woods is reaching ahead as well, and Zelda's also reaching ahead. There's at least maybe 10. Let's see. There's at least another 10, 15 episodes of Zelda left, so that'll be done soon. And so the question is, do we want to see me do another marathon recording on stream and then put it over to YouTube, or do you think that was just a one-time thing for Zelda? What is your opinion on that? Just let me know on that one. Night in the Woods. I don't know what we're doing after Night in the Woods. Same thing goes for Nier. I don't know what we're doing after Nier, but we're still going to be on Nier for a while because we got to do ending B, and then I think C, D, and E. I think the first 5 are the main endings people want to see, I think, so we're going to be on that for a while. So Nier's not done yet. What replaces Not in the Woods, I'm not sure yet. I would like to voice things again, but also if it's a game that's already voiced and it's a really good game, we'll do that as well. We'll see, because we also have Final Fantasy for the voicing, so that's that as well. Coming up in the future is a voice inventory where I go over all of my voices again. It's been a while, and I think I'm getting pretty good at it. We have about 40 or so voices. I did forget a couple voices, though, which is unfortunate, but that's what happens when you just go down a list and try to remember all your voices. Sometimes you forget to write one down, so I gotta write that down for sure. What else is there about the channel? Tonight's stream, Darkest Dungeon, is still gonna happen. Sunday night stream might be late or not happen because family really likes to make Sunday a day I can't do anything all of a sudden, so that's not good. The week after definitely will not be able to, though, because family wants to go out of town for a week. Not for a week, for a bit, and then... Oh, right. Okay, so next week, that Sunday, I'm going to be up north, so I won't be around to record. And then that Thursday, we're going to be gone because we're going to go to the Kentucky Derby. So, not going to be around for a couple days on that too. So I need to work on a lot of content, and obviously there won't be any streams at that point. So I need to get Zelda done before we do Kentucky Derby, because that would be a really bad layover on time on that. But we're near the end anyway. We got at least 1 or 2 more hours on that game. So we'll see for sure with that. With the TAD and Patreon and everything, thank you everyone who's been helping out with that. Very helpful. I'm thankful for every time for that. TAD, we're at about 70 right now. We are really close to breaking 100, and of course, if we break 100, there will be karaoke. And I still don't know, because no one says anything, whether they really want the karaoke or not. People suggested it, and now I'm hearing nothing, so I am worried. I am worried that was a mistake, but it could be fun. It could be fun. I don't even know, but it's something we're considering do, right? So I guess we'll see when it comes up. That's about it. Anything else with the channel is the question. Let's see here. No. Well, as always, gonna try to give you my best every single time. That's what's important. Making good content, creating smiles, creating laughter. That is our goal. And if you guys share it, if you like it enough that it's worth sharing and we make more people happy, then it's even better. Making more people happy is awesome. Now, there's theater and there's a topic. So let's go over theater first. Like, we're not just pre-recording and put them. We're just trying to see if I can just remember it all and just put it up now. Theater. So we're going over history now while also doing acting. I was in Oedipus Rex. Oedipus Rex is an intense play. Holy crap. And then we did a thing with Everyman, which I need to read. But here's what's going on. So theater. So we went over the history of theater a little bit. So theater started in religion. So the Greeks, they did theater, and it was all about, well, the gods and everything. And the main battle in that was always God's will versus desire of humans, desire of man. That's what the battle was. That's what it always was. Oedipus Rex example of that, Antigone's example of that, a bunch of tragedies are examples of that. Because the whole idea was catharsis. The idea was catharsis and teaching and just instilling ideas. What the Greeks wanted was they wanted you to feel sad or happy or all these different emotions to get the feelings out. But they did not want you to see violence. So whenever a character dies, it's off camera. When it's off scene. It's not in play. You do not see someone die. You don't see the sword fight. You have other people reference sword fights, but you will not see a fight in there because they did not want to invoke violent thoughts. That's the thing about the Greeks. They didn't want that. And Oedipus Rex is very on the nose. In that one, Oedipus Rex is the man on the top of the world, and at the end of his story, he's at the bottom, and he has just been wrecked by everything because he defied God. Because he did not do what the gods wanted, or follow what the gods were planning for him, he lost everything. And the last thing about every show was just telling you what the lesson was, what the moral of the story was. And so they're like, here's a guy who was at the top, now he's at the bottom because he defied God. And then it's always like that. It's always about people defying God, at least in the tragedies, and things going badly for them. Even in the comedies, but it's a little bit different. And so eventually over time, they expanded where it wasn't always about the gods and everything, and so on and so forth. And then the Romans happened. And the Romans took theater. And the way the Romans handled theater is very interesting because they kind of didn't give a crap in certain ways. One of the things was violence. Violence with the Romans, they would put criminals on stage and kill them when they needed to kill a character. They did not care about hiding violence. That is insane. That is crazy. They got the blood out. It was a thing with the Romans. But eventually, of course, Rome declines, but in Constantinople made, of course, not Constantine, with all the changes he did help change some things with how theater was treated and everything. And the church became a big thing. And after Rome fell, in Europe, theater was gone for the most part. Theater is gone for 300 to 500 years. What happened was, well, just the church didn't like it. They didn't like theater because it was like a pagan thing, and it was worshiping, the Greek god, not their god and everything, so they were against it. So only people allowed to really do anything kind of theatery were minstrels, jugglers, and mimes. Mimes have been around for a while. Holy crap. I did not know mimes were around this long. Holy crap. Not at all. And so eventually, after 300, 500 years, oh, by the way, in the East, theater is going on very well. But in Europe, theater is just not going so well. Something in my... And so theater's not going on very well. And it just didn't exist. And then the church goes, hey, wait. We could use theater for religious purposes. We can use theater for God. We can do that. We can make God stories. And so they had mysteries, they had miracle stories. So mysteries were just them reenacting the Bible. Miracle stories like people and then miracles happen. And then there were the moral stories. I think that's the right term for it. And so one of the surviving plays from this time is called Everyman. And Everyman is extremely on the goddamn nose about things. Everyman's a story of a guy named Everyman and how he travels with good deeds and he meets knowledge and strength and confession and just all these things. They talk about how confession is just so great for cleansing the soul and everything. It's so on the nose about Catholicism. It's crazy. And so it's just all these things travel with him. And then he dies at the end. And when he dies at the end, nobody is there. They all abandon him except his good deeds. Good deeds sticks with him into the grave. That is so on the nose. Holy crap. And the reason for that was people didn't know how to read or write or anything back then. So plays were used as a way of instructing, as a way of teaching, as a way of influencing. That's what plays were. And that's kind of crazy when you think about it. It's just, wow, okay, yeah. So these people just toil all day and then they see a play and the play just changes their mindset on things. Another cool thing was mansions. So mansions are these buildings where it's just scene 1's in this room, scene 2's in this room, scene 3's in this room. So it's dedicated things where you just walk through, see the scenes, and there you go. Instead of just having one big play, you're walking through a play. And that's very interesting. And that's where we are with history. Now, my final for the class is very interesting. It's a project, and there's 2 ways to go about it. But what they want you to do is they want you to be a dramaturg for it. They want you to put down the history and everything about it, interesting facts about the play, and then how you would design the play, what kind of interpretation you want to do with it. And then the last bit is either you pitch the play to a board, or you perform a scene from the play. And so I've had 2 minds on this. One is I make my own play, because I've been writing one for fun, and I do that. Or I do Hamlet. Hamlet is very Scarf. If you read between the lines a lot, I am very much like him, and that's not a good thing in some ways and a good thing in other ways. And so I've always been a big fan of Hamlet, and my favorite soliloquy is the one in Act 4. To be or not to be, it's all about may my thoughts be bloody, in my opinion. The reason why is may my thoughts be bloody is the way I'm naming this, but it's when Hamlet gets into gear. He's been very sad, very depressed, very not really a fun guy the first half of the play. He's not really that great a guy. But he sees some things happen. And at this point, he gets into gear. He's like, it's time. I am capable of doing some things. If you can do something, you should go out and do it. Don't just sit back. Don't just not do it. Don't be sad. do the thing you want to do. Go do the thing. And for him, it is, of course, get revenge. But it's such an inspirational thing. Just whatever you want to do, go do it. If you have the ability, go do the thing. And so it's my favorite soliloquy because of that. And so I kind of want to perform that. I really want to perform that one because it's my favorite soliloquy. It's just, wordy as all balls because Shakespearean, but it is my favorite soliloquy. So I'm considering doing that. And then I would just be like, here's the history of Hamlet. Here's how I would do the play. And then here's the scene. Or I just do my own play and go with that. And I have not decided. I have like 4 more weeks to decide. So I got to figure that out. But I don't know. I think it'd be awesome to do Hamlet, but also be awesome to do my own thing. I don't know. Love that soliloquy. If I do it, though, I'm going to do it on camera for sure, for practice, so you guys can see it. And you can see, well, Skype's really good, or Skype's not so good, so he should practice on that. That's the thing right there. Now, wrapping everything up, it's time for the topic. So the topic is confidence and humility, and the dangers of going beyond each. And it's more about the dangers of going beyond humility, more so than anything else. But there's dangers to extremes, as we all know, for anything. So let's go over it like this. On this side of things, let's say, since I'm talking to the mic, so it's more into it, confidence on this side. On this side is humility. So it's not bad to be confident. You got plenty of confident people who accomplish a lot. You got your A-types. They do a lot of good things. They're pretty great. Maybe they're a little full of themselves, but not really a lot. They're very confident in what they can do, and they can do it pretty well. And it's just great. That's a good thing. It's not bad to be confident anyway. Confidence is great. I'm confident in plenty of things. Sometimes I have hubris, though, which is not a good thing to have. But confidence is a good thing to have. I'm confident in some things about me, but not everything. That does not mean, though, it's the antithesis of humility. It's just that what goes beyond it can be, and that is overconfidence. That is being completely full of yourself. Just someone who just believes themselves and buys their own crap. That's what I mean by that. That is a dangerous area to go, but it works very well. That gets a following. That gets plenty of people. You got like Jersey Shore, you got Donald Trump, like those people, they have a following. Jersey Shore makes a lot of money with that. That works out for them pretty well. Now, on the other side, you got humility. And things can work out very well with humility as well. You need to have the skill, of course. Even with confidence, you can get a following even without skill, with overconfidence. But in humility, you gotta have some skill. Oh, there you go. With humility, you gotta have some skill, of course. And that is, the example I will give for humility, this has got to be Warren Buffett. I got to give that to him. Warren Buffett, at times, is the richest man in the world, or the second, or the third, or the fourth, depending on how well he's playing the game right now. Warren Buffett is an amazing man. He is very humble. He still lives in the same house he's always had. He still drives himself. He doesn't have a chauffeur for the most part. He does things himself. It is pretty nice. It's pretty cool. And he tries to teach people how to make money. He will try to teach people. He used to give people money, but they just spend it all. So he gives people stocks and just tries to teach them how to play the stock market. It's very cool. I like how humble this guy is. And with Warren Buffett, my favorite thing about him is he recognizes something. You got plenty of people who say, I didn't have any help. I did it all on my own. Nobody helped me. It was just me. All my stuff. Ignoring the fact they got loans from their father, or they got kickbacks from this or that, or they got help from the government. People ignore the fact the government helps you out a lot for some weird-ass reason. Acting like they're the only ones who brought themselves up. Warren Buffett recognizes that he was born at the right place at the right time with the right skill set, and with that he became a billionaire. He recognizes that, and that's what I love so much about Warren Buffett is he recognizes that he was just at the right place. And that is a thing sometimes. Sometimes it is a bit of luck, but it is also hard work, of course. You've got to put in the time, you got to put in the effort, you got to know what the hell you're doing, but also sometimes it is luck. And I love that he recognizes that, and that he's done so much with that. And when he dies, half of his freaking fortune of billions is going to go to charity, and that's also an awesome thing as well. But he's still alive, so he's making all the money he can with it. And so that's a good spot to be. Humility, just being good and just being humble. But the danger is beyond humility. The dangerous spot beyond that is something we see all too often, all the time. We see this with a lot of people, and that is self-doubt. Now, there is nothing wrong with doubting yourself a little bit, because that means you're checking yourself. You're making sure that you're taking the right steps. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you don't take a step because you're too paralyzed to take a step, that is the problem. That is not good. And we see that all the time. Even with myself, there are shots I have not taken because I am not sure. I am kind of just, I don't think I got it, or I don't think I can do it. There's times like that. But what kills me is seeing amazing talent and they don't believe in themselves. And it just kills me. I follow a lot of artists on Twitter, and these artists are goddamn amazing. They've been at it for years, and they just keep getting better and better, and they don't see it. They don't recognize it. And it breaks my heart. It just kills me. Same thing for video creators, musicians. Anything creative. There's plenty of people who just don't believe in themselves. And I want you guys to believe in yourselves. That's the main part of all this. I want you to believe in yourselves. That's the thing, is to recognize that even if you do think your stuff is crap, and maybe it is, you can get better at it. Draw every day or every chance you get. Write every chance you get. Strum your guitar every chance you get. Practice whatever. Practice makes perfect in everything. Whatever you want to be good at, practice at it. Look at our first videos from 4 years ago. Look at how bad those are. I thought it was still entertaining, but it was still not the best quality. And over these years, we have gotten better and better and better. We've worked at it. I still, of course, have doubts in this and that, but I know we're better than we were before, and I know we can become even greater. So use me as an example of that you can do more. You can become something even further. Sure, we're not #1 on YouTube, and I hope we are someday, because that is not a bad goal to make, but keep trying. Just keep working at it, and just don't get stuck. Never get stuck. That's the one thing, is just keep moving forward, keep growing, keep improving. There are people who say they're writers that haven't written in years. There are people who say they're musicians who just don't actually play an instrument anymore. Like, keep at it. Just keep doing it. Draw. Do whatever the thing is you like. Maybe you want to be a doctor. Of course, you work on being a doctor, a lawyer, your homework, whatever. Whatever you feel you are not good at, work on it. You can work on anything. You can improve at anything. Beyond, of course, limitations of the obvious things. Like, you obviously cannot be really good at, this is a really bad jump off tangent right here, but like, of course, you can't be really good at, oh, there we go, okay. You can't be really good at Japanese language if you only know English, or if you only know Spanish. Like, there's certain limitations where you got to learn towards it. That was actually a really bad analogy. What the analogy I meant to put is, you cannot, of course, fudge me. I can't believe I'm falling apart now. You cannot, of course, turn lead into gold. Something like that. The physical impossibilities, of course, there's certain things like that, but you can still make amazing things. You can still turn lead into, a thing that you can use with lead. Yeah, there you go. Oh my God, I fell apart right here. It's not bad to try. It's never bad to try. All that effort, even if it's wasted, was not wasted. Because you improved at something. You worked towards something. You may not have gotten the goal you wanted, but you probably got somewhere close. And you know what? You can try again. You can try to get to that goal again. You can just keep trying at it. You don't have to just stop after one failure. Because you're gonna fail. We're all gonna fail a lot. You don't get it right the first time. What is science? What is science? Science is failure over and over and over again until you get it right, because you learn from your mistakes to get there. That is what it is. Here's an example. If you're a big fan of Dr. House, although that show's been gone for a while, Dr. House, every freaking one of these, every single episode is them trying to figure out what the problem is. And so they're doing diagnoses, they're trying to figure it out, and failures are happening along the way because they're finding what it isn't before they find what it is. That's what science is. Science is figuring things out by error. You fail until you get there. And it's the same thing for anything. You experiment with how you draw, you experiment with how you make videos, you experiment with how you write, you see what works, what doesn't work, and you polish your way towards what works for you. That is it. And so, do that if you can. If you've got the time, do it. If you don't have the time, make the time eventually. I believe in the abilities we all have. I believe everyone is capable of greatness. Not in the same thing. Whatever they're good at. Like, I don't think everyone's gonna be freaking Beethoven. No, I think everyone can become Beethoven level in something that they're good at, in something they want to be good at. That is what I think. And I believe in that. I truly, at the center, believe we can all be great. And so I believe in you. Even though I've never met some of you, I believe in you because I know what we are all capable of. So believe in yourself, please. Believe that even if you are bad now, you will become greater later. That is what I want you to feel from this one, from this vlog right here. And so there you go. That is the vlog. I'm just saying the same thing over and over again at this point. So it's a good time to cut off. Just believe in yourself. Or if you've been following Breath of the Wild, just think of Sidon in your corner. Just think of just Sidon. He's just in your corner. It's like, I believe in you, Link. You can do it, Link. You can make it up that path, Link. I am over here in the water cheering you on. Remember, I believe in you. I will always believe in you. Because I, Sidon, believe in everyone. Just go with that. Why not? I believe in you. I do. Never, even though I've never met you, if you're just some lurker, I believe you are capable of greatness. I believe we will achieve greatness in some way. That's what I know. That's not just what I believe. That is what I know. So there you go. That right there is the vlog. Thank you everyone for watching and listening. And of course, whatever you like, as long as you're smiling, as long as something that we're making is making you happy, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Because it's all about smiles. It's all about making people happy. I say that every time. And I say thank you at the end of every video because thank you for watching. That's what's important. So thank you to Jinx, of course, for all of her hard work. And just thank you in general to everybody. I had a lot of fun talking. Hope you had a lot of fun watching. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by and see you next time.